Welcome to the Water Trough, where we can't make you drink, but we will make you think. My name is Ed Drozd, the Small Business Doctor, and I'm really excited you chose to join me here as we discuss topics that are important for small business folks just like you. If you're looking for ideas, inspiration, and possibility, you've come to the right place. Join us as we take steps to help you create the healthy business that you've always wanted. Welcome back to the Water Trough. This is Ed Drozd, the Small Business Doctor. There's a topic I think about often, and I've written about it before as well. I'd like to go back into it again today, and that's about advice versus readiness. Imagine you're contemplating starting a small business. You look around, and there are literally thousands of guides as to how to do this. They could be in the form of podcasts, seminars, webinars, how-to books, you name it. There are so many different tools out there to help you to start a business. So many that the vast majority of us are simply overwhelmed. Not only is there lots of advice, but each bit of advice has some nuance of its own. And how does one actually filter through all this stuff? For most of us, it's overwhelming. And for some, it is a detriment to even going forward. We can't begin because we don't know where to begin. We're not sure which bit of information to follow. Well, there's a reason for this. This is advice versus readiness. Advice is that which we're given to help us in the process of starting a business. Readiness precedes that. Are we ready to start a business? Are we in a position to consider starting a business? Long before we get advice as to how to do it, we have to decide if we're ready to do it. For many of us, these how-to guides, they're literally in our face, and they're saying, you can succeed in business if you do this, if you do that. You can make this work. You can make $1 million in the next 60 days, and so on and so forth. And these things are very enticing. Hey, if somebody else can do it, now, we don't know that they actually did do it, but if people say this is possible, then I should be able to do it as well. And we tend to ignore our own capacity, our own capability. You see, the people that are writing these how-to guides and the podcasts and the this and that, they're in business too. They're trying to make money at your expense, very possibly. Many of them are doing just that. They're selling a bill of goods, but they're making money on the hopes that you'll buy their plan, their idea of how to get things done. It's incumbent upon you to step back, slow down, let the enthusiasm they generate take its place. A critical part of starting a business, of preparing to start a business, is deciding if you are in fact ready to go forward. I encourage you to slow down. Don't let the excitement, the enthusiasm of somebody else's purported success be your driver for what you are going to do. Take your time to assess your readiness first. This is like building a foundation. We all know what happens if you try to build a house on top of the earth. Over time, the earth shifts, and lacking a foundation, the house is going to crumble. Well, it's the same thing in starting a business. Without having a legitimate foundation, and that foundation is of yourself, your business is not going to be sustainable. You might experience a short period of success, but without the foundation, you don't have the integrity to keep this thing going. I can hear it now. You're thinking, I want to get this thing going. I'm anxious. I'm eager. And these people are telling me what to do and get me started. They're giving me all this help. And I won't dismiss the fact that the idea of starting a business is very, very compelling. Thing is, you start a business, you want to create a successful business. You want a business that's going to meet your objectives. And unless you're looking for a flash in the pan, a fly by night, then you want this thing to last, to grow, to develop, to evolve. Again, step one, readiness. Advice is abundant. It's everywhere. And once you have established your own readiness, once you have come to the conclusion that you're ready to go forward, once you can answer the questions, am I prepared for this? What do I have to offer? Is there an interest in what I'm bringing to market? Do I have the available and the necessary resources so that I can go out there and really give this a fighting chance? Once you've established those things, once you are in fact ready, then by all means, sort through the advice that's out there. Look at what's being offered. When you do so, having determined your own readiness, you'll be more inclined to carefully assess the advice that's available to you. That is critical. It is critical that you're able to parse through these things so that you can align the advice with your own capability, with your own capacity. It's a big challenge, and I respect the fact fully that slowing down is difficult to do. My wife used to say to me, gee, it's like you're trying to take the wind out of a young entrepreneur's sails. And I said, why do you think that? And she said, well, you tell them to slow down, to back off, to, reconsider what they're doing. And I would say, yeah, well, I've encountered a lot of people who are already opening up their second storefront when the first one hasn't even opened yet. Enthusiasm is fantastic when it's appropriately directed, but it can get away from us and speed us along when we're not prepared to be there. I hope this is of value to you folks. Prepare yourself, be ready. And when you're ready, fundamentally ready, seek the advice that is appropriate for you. I wish you well in your business endeavors. Until we talk again, this is Ed Drozda, the Small Business Doctor. And here at the Water Trough, we want to wish you a successful and healthy business.